All right. I realize I shouldn't be putting things in this rack unless I'm filming it, because if I drop it, I want to make sure at least I get some likes. So I threw this in here, and with it upside down, it's got these ridges, and the back foot and the front foot will sit on the ridge. And then I took some of this foam that I usually save for shipping material, and I put it right here. I didn't want to cover all the holes, because obviously that's the point. But that, wedged above it, makes this not go anywhere. Oopsie. See, look, it's attached. So it won't slide off of that when I'm pushing wires in or just moving it around. So that's temporary. Then when I put the computer on this, it'll push it down even further. Which, speaking of putting the computer on this... Oh, titties are exposed. I gotta look away while the titties get put. This is great. I love having to be able to not see, because possible demonetization. There we go. Okay, so now hold there. That's gonna sit. If I slide it all the way forward, that's like there. And it's a little bit springy, but that's because of the domes. Actually, I pull it back a little bit more, it gets in a solid flat surface there. So actually that not bending because of that, and then this is held, so it's actually doubling up the strength that's holding up the shelf. So this shelf is holding this, and this is being pushed up into this, which is holding this shelf from flexing. So this is just on domes and therefore able to jiggle, which is probably going to be very good for noise isolation, actually. Because this... I've just put my hand to my ear like you could see it, will obviously resonate. So the more things that are rubberized, like I honestly, it would be amazing if I had rubber gaskets for every one of these shells so everything was isolated. But that's life, yo. So now this is here, so I still have the ability. Oh, I mean, I could open that door all the way. Look, it just opens into this now. And I have easy access for everything here. Nothing's touched. I do want to secure this. And to do that, I'm going to get Bizet. Now, where the fuck's my adhesives and fasteners box? Oh, here you are. Thank you. I don't know if I have any black left. Any of the black stuff. Oh, I do have the black stuff. Shock cord, I guess this is what this is. This is what stuff I used to replace my shoelaces with. And then I just started buying shoes. Actually, these shoes have red laces, so I had to get red shock. I do have red. Do I have red? Red and black. Do like a twist, make it look really fancy. I have white. Where's my red shock cord? I should have an entire spool of it. Or I could just say fuck it and just do what you got. Zeus, we're just fucking busy. Some people can't sit here and watch your 7-hour video. That's regular rope. All right, black it is. What I'll do is I'm just gonna put like a band around the top, like this high. Not really at the top, like actually I could do right here, and it'll sort of blend in, just to keep it from falling over. And I can, it's a stretch cord, so I can make it as tight as I fucking want. And I'm gonna make it tight, tizite, up in the his house, just so it doesn't. It'll also go into that whole realm of like I'm isolating it, so it's rubber feet on the bottom, elastic cord to keep it from banging around. I'm definitely gonna double this up. So let me take a bunch of it off. I'm gonna take a bunch of it off. I'm just gonna start with. I don't want to drop this on the floor. Here. Alright, I can go up top and have a little more stability, or bottom where it looks a little better. Let's go with the more stability. And this is like, Zeus, isn't this ghetto? Yeah, but this is life, man. First of all, I think it's cool. As long as you think it's cool and it's actually functional. Oh God, I really shouldn't be like leaning on this that much. All right, which side is the free side? That's the... Okay. 2 should be enough. If I go 3, if I triple it, how would I go 3? I'd have to go back out again. Fuck it, let's do 3. Like your mom said that one time at the orgy, fuck it, let's do 3. And now you have a little brother. which I'm gonna have to cut it to go 3. That's the only difference, is I'm gonna have to cut this. 2, I can just go around and then snip. 3, I have to go another length of this in. Do I have a scissor, like, available? Actually, I need 2 things. I need a scissor and a fucking blowtorch. I'll teach you how to use shock cord, boys and girls. Scissor. The blowtorch and something else. I feel like I didn't want to leave the blowtorch in here getting banged around. I may have taken it out and just put it on the table, or I lost it. Okay. Because the blowtorch needs to be used. I have a heat gun. Do I want to use a heat gun? Heat gun's electrical. I don't have a lot of electrical. There's blowtorch. It's all blending in. It's all blending in. Get off my eyes, Spider-Man. Alright. Let's do this logically before I cut anything. Undo. Step 1, undo. Basically, I just need I need to be able to go around this 3 times. And since this is stretchy, it's actually more like 2.5 times. So I need basically, here's half. There's 1. That's 1 around. So now here's 2 arounds, and here's 3 arounds. So I was gonna waste way more than I needed to. I'll give it a little bit extra. Take both ends. I've already cauterized this one. I need to cauterize this one. Real fast, real fast. That's it. Otherwise, that'll just start fraying and come off. So now that I have the correct length for 3, okay, we need to do a triple fold. And then I could tie one end into a knot to make it like done. It feels like we're there. I'm not gonna make this super tight. Obviously this knot cannot pass through those holes, so make it correct. This can pass through the holes though. Yeah, I'm gonna feel better if it's triple. Yeah. Okay. You sort of have a liter here anyway. Not liter like amount of soda, like a liter. Like the glorious King Jong-un. Fuck! I need a little hook. This will be so much easier if it was just like a little, I need like a little hook, like a little paper clip. Do I have a thing that could act as like a little hook, a little fucking, just a little diggity dig, a little jubity jube? I know I have a thing that I could do for that. I know it. It's probably upstairs, the thing I'm thinking about though. It's only 2 holes. It actually is only 2 holes. And do I want to tie the knot here or tie the knot in the back? I probably want to tie the knot in the back actually. Which means I need to send it to the front. This way this side looks pretty, because you really shouldn't be looking at this side. Although I think anyone who visits my basement's gonna be like, oh Zeos, I wanna see all your shit. I'm not gonna be using the DVI port. That's another thing, I should probably cover the DVI port, because we're not gonna be using that. Okay. Come on, you little shit. So I got one, but then I gotta like bend this super small and then get it. Oh, there it goes. All right. Sorry for constantly checking my phone. This is life. Oh my God. Well, at least if you have the exhaust open, you could look cool sitting in traffic like I do. He's bringing me back in my car, and it's just Nightmare on Elm Street. Okay, so now we're gonna look at we're going through this hole with the marks. See, in is easy. It's the other hole that's on the back side that's the one. See, I need to get this done before Brandon gets here. Brandon's here. So now we've got our loop and this. So I'm going to try to not knock this. Oh, see, that's another issue. Let's get it straight first. So that just looks like 3. I gotta make this tight. See, by making that tight, I've given myself a fuckload of slack here. Straighten these out. And now we have that loop we left on the last one, which I'm actually pulling the entire rack over, which is fantastic. See, I know that loop is permanent. Like, there's no, like, that's gonna come undone. It can't. It's the loop. It is literally the loop. Okay. I'm gonna just give this an over. And you know what? I think I'm gonna come back around. Shit, I should have figured out how I'm gonna finish this. Because I'm here, it's locked in. If I push this, you know what I could do? All right, here you go. You ready for some fucking Zeos logic? If I push this shit through the notch below it, and I tie another big knot, if I pull it super tight, give myself some fucking leeway, and then tie another knot, then it won't be attached to itself. It'll just be attached to the metal itself. So tight that I'm leaning it. That's good. And now we go in and out and up. Come on. These are the sort of mods that Zeos makes that last for like 15 years. I also don't want to pull it too hard against sharp metal bits. But I do need to slide this up. Which means I need to grab this part of the knot. And then just start working it back. Just like your mom did when she was giving birth to you. Just working it back. There we go. Okay, so now we've got, it's actually pulling it this way. She's leaning this way because she's not dead centered on this. I could do that. That centers it, but now it's hanging off the shelf in front. And now I'm really trusting the fucking elastic to hold it in place. So what are my other options? The other option is to get like a piece of pipe or a piece of wood and extend this out so when I wrap around it, it's biased to the rear. Because now that's dumb. Now we're dumb. We're in dumb territory. Zeos did dumb thing. I could just loosen it up and just make it so that it's like, it's just gonna keep it from moving. But now this is like, this is being held in place with fortitude. I gotta unscrew this. As much as I don't want to unscrew this, it's being annoying. Do I have another place to screw this in so I don't lose these thumb screws? Because these thumb screws have been like part of the case mantra forever. Put that there. Will that bother me and will I see it? If it bothers me and I see it, if I put it like that, it probably won't fall into that fan. These are the little problems. These are the problems you don't predict. Those are always the ones that are the worst. But you gotta be mentally prepared for them more than... You should have tools too, but you should be mental... Danny, help me out. If I loosen this knot, which is, by the way, gonna be a fucking bastard now. If I loosen that knot... Oh, I know what I could do. I've already got this. All right, I got this, boys. I'm gonna bring this back here again. I'm gonna take this extremely tight thing that I did and I'm gonna go right here. Yes, okay, so now, excuse me, titty lady. Instead of it going across the front and across the back, it's going across the front and over the top. and against the fans. So it still won't go anywhere. It just isn't pushing it forward. So now you don't even see anything here, which is great because I could hang anime titties here. And now it's sitting correctly and it's not leaning. Do I trust you? Yes, I do. Okay. It gives a little jiggle. So now we have a jiggle. So now I could still get in here. That actually is, it's impeded by the elastic, but I could still get into that. That's fine. We're still good on all the plugs. They're actually going over the top, freezes all of this up, so I don't see any of it. Our knots are thick. I'm actually gonna do a safety knot now because I feel like that knot that I just did may be getting pulled smaller. And if it pulls out, then there's nothing holding this and I won't notice it. And I'll go to move this one day and it'll be like, haha, your computer on the floor. Just around a couple times. Remember that computer you loved? Yeah, well, it's on the floor now, you motherfucker. Yeah. 2 of those. Just shove the extra in there. I don't need to cut it off yet. Or at all, really. If it's not in the way, I don't see it. So, computer is now here. And Naked Lady is covered. What is the... So I'm not going to put my NAS on it. That's dumb. This should move as little as possible. It doesn't need to be on my rack. But I only have that UPS. I mean, I don't need one for now. Like, need one for now. But I should have a UPS that this plugs into. But I could also just plug the actual long cord into that UPS, which is what I'll do because it's a long-ass cord. And I'll have at least one free space. So let's run power cords. We need like a 5-inch power cord for that. I don't have one that short. Don't you hate it when you're like, oh, I need like a 5-inch cord? Don't have one. I need like an 8-inch cord. I'm gonna have to just start building these. Like, I feel like that would be the ultimate in cable cleanliness, would be building your own power cords with small heads and right angles. Like rotatable right angles. All my power shit's here. And I know for a fact I don't have many short ones because I've been fucking stealing them. There was also a big ass spider in one of these boxes. This is the one I used to use for something. I guess I'll use you. Yeah, this is gonna look retarded. This is gonna look absolutely insane. Like there. There, just be a plug there. Nope, we're gonna have to do like a big loop thing. Actually, if I do like, I could probably loop this under here. Like if I want to go like super Elegia. There. Just sort of shove it under things to hide the extra. And I'm gonna need another short one. The real thick ones are usually the real short ones. Are you just an extension cord? No, you're just a real thick boy. All right, I'm gonna go search for these. You don't need to watch me do that, even though I have plenty of comments I could say on fucking power cords. So one of the reasons I like racks like this is because all your wires can be like, well, these I just sort of like octopused into the spaces, but this HDMI cable, it just goes into the channel here, and there's just infinite room for running. As long as you can get, like, when you fill one of these up, it's fucking impossible. But if you still have the space, you just boom, 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 channel, and then you could tuck all the extra into the channel. So I found literally a perfect right angle plug up. I'm not going to tuck this into the channel. There's no point. Right up, and then power here, which is another right angle, which I've checked, and that's exactly how that goes. It goes flat. So it's like, yep, that's the cable for it. I believe I bought this cable specifically for my home theater computer that's upstairs. When it was at home living with my parents, it was up on a shelf and it was like sideways and I couldn't fit a cable coming out of it. So that's that. These just got two of the shortest, thickest fucking boys. I tried to use this black HDMI to the top, then I realized it's on the other side. So I'm going to use this black HDMI to my graphics card, which is, again, only needs to be this long. And I actually have one that's about that long, but it's upstairs being used on that Pi 2 AES. So I don't want to mess with that. But I'm going to run this up right with this anyway here. You just gotta sort of hand it to yourself. And then once you have it here, at least then it looks like it's fine. And there's only one HDMI out on this graphics card. The rest are all DisplayPort. Can't tell if that's pushed in. There we go. Now it's pushed in. So, and that was the HDMI cable, this big long one. It's like, this is an 8-foot screen that's like 10 feet long. So I'm going to end up keeping that for use on this monitor, because I have to have two monitors. Which, wait, that fucks me up, doesn't it? Yes, now I am fucked. I am officially, that can't be used there, because all I have left is DisplayPort, and that's an HDMI to HDMI. So now I have to go to my box of many things. Actually, there's only one of those cables that I have, and it's right here, and it's shorter, and that's gonna suck. It's a DisplayPort to HDMI, because unless I use this cable for this setup, just use this crazy long cable just to feed DisplayPort to here, 10 feet worth of cable, and then I can keep using the longer. That's what I'm going to have to do. Okay, it's what I'm going to have to do. So this gets that one I just ran that I'm like, oh, it's just, there you go. There, you come out now and you go on the floor. I don't want to confuse it with the electrical shit I'm doing, but yeah, that sort of sucks. I wish it was more than one, because they're all DisplayPort. I could hook up like I could hook up 3 DisplayPorts, 1 HDMI, and then a DVI to this monitor. That's what the adapter was for. That's what the adapter, the one that I unscrewed. So I could run 2 HDMIs out. So if I put this back, do I want to put this back and then run this? But that's 4K. I want to, you know what? Screw it. We'll deal. We'll deal. There's just a lot of cable here, and I hate using, like, when there's a lot of cable, I don't need to use a lot of cable. Obviously, I don't need a lot of cable. If I go to HDMI 1 here, oh, wrong side. I just slapped myself in the dick with it. It's fine. HDMI 1 here. Oh, almost did it again. With the dick slaps. So now we just feed this up. And then that comes out. And now this goes into the DisplayPort there. So now the surround sound will be fed by this fucking incredibly long. If I take this out, and I take this, and I do like a nice, gentle wrap. Not too tight. You never want to go too tight with video. Then I could wedge it in there like that. Speak of the devil, I was just thinking about pasta and my pain and how she will enjoy watching me. Hi, I'm doing basement things before Brandon gets here, but he's having a hard time getting to my apartment because there's traffic, but he hasn't even gotten my sandwiches yet. So after he gets the sandwiches and the packages, he's gonna come here, and that's at least an hour-and-a-half drive. So I got plenty of time to do basement things. I'm trying to get my computer set up so I could live stream. I'm talking really fast because there's a camera on my head. Hi! Gotta keep relationships fresh and fast. Get a lot of information across fast. So you know how hard it would be to type that whole thing? I ain't got time to type. What do you think this is? Typing simulator?
Yeah, fill me up.
What's that buzz? Lol, okay. Hello, you know say good morning, bad man. Oh. Good morning, by the way. When am I streaming? It's gonna probably be after. I mean, I could do it when Brandon gets here, but I'm gonna be running to my car, which is out in the garage, and the stream won't work. So it's best if I do it after Brandon. After Brandon has been here for at least 45 minutes to an hour, so calculate. She's starting at 1. Actually, with that timing, that'll be good, because if he gets to my apartment, yeah, you could raid me. She could raid me, because she's doing streams every day this week because, well, work's shit because COVID, so she only has like 2 shifts a week. And she's like, fuck this, why am I not making money on the Twitches? So I'm like, yeah, go on there, play video games. People will donate to pay your student loans. Like, I kept throwing money at it more than everyone else. Well, actually, not more than everyone else. Demonologist, you son of a bitch, I hope you're watching. I consider it an insult if he's smashing money into my girl's face on the interwebs. Okay, what am I missing? Projector's done. This is it. This is projector. Projector is just power and that. Power and HDMI. The computer. Now, I was plugging keyboard and mouse directly in. That's not gonna work for this anymore. I need a USB extension. Luckily, I have an entire bag of USB extensions because I organized my USBs. One day, I just was like, fuck it. I'm organizing this USB shit. So now I know if I need a USB extension, I'm not looking for it. It's in this bag. There's quite a few of them. They're just all tangled up now. That's a shorty. Don't need a shorty, need a longie. There's a long one. That's like a 10-footer. So there's my 10-foot extension. But now I need one of those non-powered hubs to plug it all into. And I have one of those upstairs on the laptop that's no longer working because the fan exploded. I mean, it works, but the fan exploded. So it is not recommended. What is this? USB-C extension. I have a bunch of extensions. I've got USB 3.0 extensions. They're good. Unless I have one of those HDMI, because I only need a passive one. They're not drawing a lot of power. I thought I may have dropped one in the bottom of this box, since it is HDMI related, but not a cable. And I am mistaken. And if I just start going on like a hunt, I don't think I'll find one. Although if I was looking, this would be one of the boxes to check in. God damn, these screws keep haunting me throughout this entire series. Adhesives and fasteners. Screw-like fasteners. I'm just gonna put you in here. I'm just gonna drop you in here. There. Now you don't have to haunt me anymore. This won't close because this is not in there properly. Ooh, water. I like random water. So I like having no guests because I know every water bottle is mine. There's some powered USB hub. There's my own fucking power bricks. I have my own power bricks. These definitely don't belong in here, but this is every wire from my desk. The fuck are you? You're one of those adapters. I can't separate those. Those are the most important. That was a perfect, literally on exactly where I wanted it to go. So here's a powered USB hub. Fuck, this is USB-C. Like, well, actually, it'll just still plug into the extension. All right, that's my FLIRC. My fucking FLIRC that I was looking for, like the new version FLIRC. Why does it rattle? This is the one that controlled. So I'm going to take this FLIRC and put this with this. No, it's the exact same version FLIRC. And now I can take this brand new FLIRC and bring it upstairs. Or will I need a FLIRC for this computer? See, now this computer is going to be like, I'm going to have a keyboard and mouse, maybe. Do I need a FLIRC? I'm just going to say yes. And actually, you know what? Let's go back and get another USB extension. One of those shorty black ones. Because the FLIRC needs to be infrared range, and it ain't gonna be by default. I could actually, can I get it like here? Yeah, I can. Boom. And then once I'm up here, I could just sort of sort this just so it's sticking out like front of the unit. Okay. Still didn't find the thing I'm looking for. Where's my headlamp? Give it to me. It's the reason I have this fucking thing, and I don't know if I can wear it with the camera. I think I've done this once on stream. Hold on. Am I blocking the lens? I hope not. There's HDMI SPDIF splitter. Is that the thing I was looking for? You son of a bitch. 2.5mm adapter. 4-pin to 2.5mm adapter. Should have gone through this box months ago. Or a month ago. I've got the crazy remote sensing kilowatt. Oh, the reversing. That needs to go. Shit. Alright, this is very specific. That's broken, that's wired reverse, so I need that for my VU meters. That little Sony split? Why the fuck are you out of that box? There's a box that was very specific things. Like the little shelf, it was up there. Oh, this is hurting my brain. I hope it's hurting your brain. Power splitter, power splitter. These were cheap. I got these at the hardware store. But not what I'm looking for. I do not see what I'm looking for. And I still haven't found OLDAC. The G2, Origin G2. Another one of those power splits. I was really running out of room on that desk. Alright, if it's not here, it's not anywhere. Unless I took it out of here already. I may have taken it out of here already. I'm just treating the cables like shit. I apologize for being this guy. Like, this is a ball of fucking pain and hate. Pain and hate. I'll get to it. I'm not damaging anything. I'm just making my life more complicated in the future, looking for a thing. So if I don't have one here, I'll have to use that powered one for now. All right, try to take this off without fucking my camera up. Because I don't want this desk to move yet. So as long as I have 10 feet of that, and then this extension, regardless of me finding if I got an unpowered hub, it's just simpler to have an unpowered hub. I'm gonna need this coming out of it. And I want it in a place, can I get this behind here? I want it so I can't yank it. Of course, this is gonna be real damaging to that if I fucking pull. I guess if I go up like this, that'll do. Put it in the super speed ports. This way, if I'm yanking it, it's not pulling on the jack. It's pulling. I could actually make a loop around here too if I really want. If I want to get super anal, because I mean down will still pull. There. I put an entire loop around this. Again, don't bend it a lot. I just want to give it a chance so that I could like yank it without damaging things. This is shit you learn over time. You being vertical, are you anything gonna hit this now? Because I usually don't run it like this. Wow, holy fuck. I didn't realize that was like wedging against the fan. That's wild. Can we turn my computer on if I have this plugged into this? This needs to be powered, which is another fucking issue I have, is I'm running out of places to power things. Unless this will work without power. What are the odds of that? And really, this ATI adapter should stay with the computer, just because I'll never find that if I need it. I have to put it in the HDMI bucket. I'm gonna need another shelf just for all the other things that are coming off of this. Because here's how this works. Subwoofers and XLR, that's fine. But all these outputs, this is the outputs for all the surround sound things. Now this is gonna be in the back, obviously, because the projector's on it. So I have the 4 rear channels. Surround back left, surround back right, surround left, surround right. Then fronts are here, subwoofer and center. I don't run a center, so that solves one problem. But then I still have to use the converters and everything, all the shit that I bought to convert those analog outputs to digital so that I could DSP correct them for the front end. Because no one sells, I would pay the processor money gladly if they took away even more. You know how I said that a processor is basically a surround receiver without the amps? Well, now get rid of the DACs too. Get rid of the amps and get rid of the process that converts it from digital to analog to give it to the amps. Because this is analog. There's digital signals going in, it's giving you analog, which means there's DACs in here. And guess what? I guarantee you my DACs on my shelf are better than the DACs inside this unit. There's one, when I was talking to the Benchmark guys at Capital Audio Fest, back when we used to have fests and things like that, they said there's one Blu-ray player. I forget what it was, an Oppo or something. It's just a Blu-ray player, but the back, instead of having analog outputs, had 4 digital outputs, I think. 4 coaxial digital outputs. So it was like front left DAC, front left and right DAC, center subwoofer DAC, surround rear DAC, and surround back DAC. For side DAC. It was just 4 outputs, and it was just pure. They could use Benchmark DACs for the surround sound, and you can't buy that. I can't do it with the Blu-ray player. That's stupid. There is a mini DSP that does what I'm talking about, but it hooks up like an audio device in the computer, and you have to map every channel. It doesn't always work in every application and program, so that's a fucking nightmare on Elm Street. If I had direct access to the front channels of the audio in just fiber optic or coaxial digital, my life would be perfect. I could have eliminated like 3 pieces of equipment that I'm gonna have to use. Well, no, 1 piece of equipment. But I spent $300 on a $1,000 piece of equipment to convert analog to digital with the least amount of noise possible. So, yay! So I need another shelf, is what I'm fucking saying. All that was to say I need to put the last shelf. Now I officially have no shelves remaining. So, and I guess, oh, I know where this one was. This one was the shelf that held up the Ferrari, my laptop. No, was it this? This held up the MH8. The MH8 is already a rack mount. See, a lot of my equipment was already rack mounts. I'm just gonna put this right here. I'm not even gonna go like super low, because it just needs to be right here. And I'll do it upside down so that I have a tray that things can't slide off of. All right, mounting another shelf. Oh, probably the lights on before I go shopping. Thank God I closed my eyes. Did you? All right. Mini DSP Nano Digi. I think I only have this one. I think I gave we had 3 at RMAF. I should have a second one, but I gave one to DMS. So he could experiment with that RB42 tower, and you see how fucking far that got us. So this thing, if you don't know what the Mini DSP Nano Digi is, this is perhaps the most insane piece of equipment that I own. Maybe the HDMI one is more, but this was RMAF. Subs, splitter, DSP, the other DSP2. So you give it digital signal, whether it's USB digital signal, optical, or coaxial digital. You give it any of those 3. Oh wait, maybe the USB does not. You know what? No, USB does not work. It's only coaxial digital or fiber optic. You give it one of these two, and this is 4 coaxial digitals. And between here and there, you can do anything. You can make the left channel of this go to all of these as stereo, or not, or change frequency response and cutoffs. And if you had 2 of these, and then you just had a fiber optic splitter, you can then run the same output, split it into both of these. So this would be getting left and right, the other one would be getting left and right. And then take that, and then you have 8 channels. You could do with 1 channel, you could take 8 channels, and with that you could build the most incredible fucking active set of speakers, where you have not just a 4-way, you could have an 8-way speaker setup with just $270 boxes, feeding it digital. And then it's digital, so you put these out, and we need the DACs for it, obviously, but you could get as high-end a fucking DAC as you want. If someone had a stack of Geshelli DACs, they could just go coaxial digital, and then do anything they want with their balanced shit and fucking max. Oh my God, my cum. Anyway, now we're going to, now that I've explained why you should buy one of these. Oh shit. Okay. Put this in my pocket, because that has a power cord that's wrapped to it, because I did that so I wouldn't lose it, and I'm gonna break it. Now this, you've seen my review, I hope, of the RME ADI2. And this is a, oh, here's the fucking loop I needed. Cock-sucking fuck nutter. Remember when I was like, I know I have a tool, I know I have a thing that does this. Well, here it is. Literally a Chinese food container thing. I'll leave it sticking out now so it pokes me and I know exactly where, fuck. That's life. Life is just, it's weird. Like, the odds of it being here when I'm looking, it's just, stay. So I reviewed the RME ADI2, that was the desktop DAC amp, German, that had the screen, and you could do all sorts of DSP corrections like I was just talking about with the mini DSP. But this one is different, because this one, even though for some fucking reason it's the RME ADI2 is, and it has a headphone out, this one is literally, here's your analog outputs. Ignore those. Because here's your digital I/O. So in and out fiber optic, in and out coaxial digital. And here's your analog inputs. So this is what we're gonna put analog into this, and then it's gonna give us digital. We're not even gonna use this part of it. We're not gonna use the DAC in an RME ADI2. We're gonna use the ADAC, analog to digital converter, not digital to analog converter. So this is gonna get fed from the processor, because again, we just discussed how the processor doesn't have a fucking digital output, and it would be so easy. It'd be so easy for them to do it, but this market that I'm in doesn't exist. We need to make a new market for audiophile home theater, because it doesn't exist. If it did exist, then those would have digital outputs, and then you could put any $10,000 DAC you want on every specific channel of your fucking output. But since that doesn't exist, I'm doing the exact opposite of audiophilia, which is taking an analog signal, redigifying it, which is definitely going to cause some damage, but hopefully it's inaudible. But then I'm going to digital signal process again. I need a figure 8. It's a thing, all right? It's a thing. And you could tell this is a pro piece of gear because it has this pro gear that's designed to go in like DJ applications and live sound. Always has a loop lock, so you don't accidentally unplug a piece of gear while you're fucking doing your shit. So now this, and I could get a, wait, it's here. I couldn't find this for the longest time. Here's all my, this used to be on the rack. This used to be here. Wait, if this is my apartment, this is where my surround sound receiver was. This used to be here. And then it would all the wire tie shit on it. I knew where it was. So now it's here, and I'll just do the same fucking thing. So let's wrap this up, because I don't need this much of this hanging out. I'm gonna need, I don't have, if I had XLR into this, I would need a better surround processor that would give me a different balanced fucking output. I'm just trying to keep it a little bit neat, which is going to make this video long. Like, if this is live stream and it was a 5-hour live stream, everyone would be fine with this, but I know you guys are on YouTube. But which actually might be better, because on live stream, you don't want to miss the live stream and no one wants to watch a repeat of a live stream. But if it's a YouTube video, you could pause it at this point and then go make a sandwich and come back. And it doesn't feel like you're missing out. So we now need a very, very short, which I have 1,000,000 of them. Hold, please. I have 1,000,000 of these wires because that's what I do. Coaxial digital cable. So that this, and I'm gonna have to wrap that wire up too because it's long as hell. Thick as grass and long as hell. Okay, so let's plug you in here. So far we're not needing a lot of plugs. Got 2, 3 empty spaces there. So now this gets fed the in. Oh, there's the infrared receiver. We should probably have that pointing backwards, which means this is going to point forwards. I'm going to need, maybe I should have made this shelf higher because I have a small shelf over there, I think, because I don't need more than the data. This is just getting sent over there. These are just, I'm going to put either I'm going to do converters like I did last time to run fiber optic, or I can make really long XLR RCA cables to go over there to keep this digital. I'll probably convert to fiber optic because they're so much cheaper. Trying to buy a really long, high quality RCA cable is a pain in the ass. So this goes here, this goes here. That's a little bit long actually still. I could do a loopy thing like this. Oh yeah, that's the stuff. And with the holes in the shelf, I could actually get some Velcro straps and strap through it if I really felt like it. Or Zeos's favorite thing. Oh my god, he's still in traffic. Dude, I'm buy yourself anything you want when you're in my town. I will refund you completely. At least you're getting used to the sound of the car now. It's just so loud. Make sure you have the rears open so you don't get the drone. That sucks. That sucks. So this will stick off backwards. I'll see all the flashing lights. And there's a lot of flashing lights. If you're into flashing lights, that's what you want. This I can strap down. Is he gonna ka-chink? No, it wasn't him. Who was it? Hey, you reviewed the Emoto Flex, but I was wondering if you had a chance to check out this. So it's a bigger version of 8, so it's great. I need blue tack, which I thought I had it out here, but I don't. But luckily it's in this box, is where I keep my blue and gray and all my extra tacks. All my tacks come to daddy. All right, do I want to use blue? Do I want to use, it's gray, it's not black. They call it black, but it's not. Oh, there's a big, there's white in here as well. I know I had one that was like, oh God. Was this the one that was all the different colors of the rainbow? Yeah, it was. This was like my leave out in my toolbox because it has every type. And it apparently tried to eat its brother. Oh, God. White tack is also... No, don't fall in there. You'll consume all. Great. It's hardly even a box anymore. All right, so put the white back in here. We don't need this much gray tack, but... my power switch is looking sad over there. There we go. Just leave a big wad of it there. That's why I always know where it is. Just check every room for my light switch. It's just where the wad's gonna be. Sorry, Pasta. Zeos likes his big wad. So just gonna pull this. Put a nice piece there. I don't know why I walked around the whole rack for that, but I'm gonna put a nice piece here, stretch it out. The less you use, the thinner it is, the better it holds actually. But I'm using a lot because I kind of don't want it to hold too well. I'm just gonna slap this down, give it a little bit of a jiggly, jiggle, 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 and now that won't move. I could do the same for this, just like the corners. Because the corners, like this, I don't want to have to strap it down, and this is the easiest way to make that not move. So just lift it up, put it under the rubber feet. One rubber foot. Only the rear two. I'm not going to do like all four. Squeeze. Yeah, it just doesn't move around. I just want it to not move around. We need a figure 8 plug for that. Those I have a fucking ton of. None of them are short though. That one's like extra long. Like, why do I have extra long ones? I have one or two of those. Oh, this is like a Mackie monitor because it has the wire, it has the thing we need, which is the 1/4 inch to RCA that we're going to need to use to plug into the back of the RME. Actually, I've got two identical ones. Let's steal those out of here because they're just going to sit in there and they don't belong in this box anyway. These are really nice. I'm going to undo them. Free them from their mortal coil and give them an immortal coil. See? Like that. Throw that rubber wire tie on the floor. I have a system. It's steal the thing I need. Shove the bag under my armpit. Release it from the mortal coil. Shove that shit on the floor and then just like, let's plug these in. So now I'm gonna go back and get another 2 of those cables for this, unless I use my really good cables, which I don't think is gonna matter. Again, it's RCA cables, it's a foot long. I could either use the ones I've been using forever, or I have an extra set of the world's best cables. I'm gonna use the world's best cables. I'm even gonna follow the stupid flags that say signal path. So let's see, signal source. Okay, so this is the direction, so the front left and front right. It would bother me if it wasn't these cables. It would just bother me. So now these, we'll give a little baby loop through, just to keep it neat. And then we have right. One says R. The other one does not say L. That's weird. Okay. So now we have it nice and tucked. We'll just assume that's to mitigate radiation or some shit. Back to looking for a figure 8 that isn't 200 feet long. I bought a bunch of these on Amazon too at one point. Just little 3-way splits, heavy duty ones with big fabric. Here's one. Be short, or be just as long as the last one. Ah, fuck. Fuck. Oh wait, I literally have short ones. I have minuscule ones. They're in here somewhere. Or are they not in here? Are they in there? No, I have really, really short ones. I may have to stop the video. Zeos is gonna... Long one. I have literally 1-footers. It's a kilowart. Those things are rare. They used to break all the time. Not kilowatt. Woolwort eliminator. Come on. Another long one. Where are you, piece of shit? Another one that's long. God damn it. That's actually a really short power cord. That's nice. That's another long one. I'm sorry, everyone. You have to see me go through this together. We are going through it's actually not a bad one, but it's still not what I want. I know I have ones in here that I was using specifically. That one's not bad. That was not bad. I don't hate this one. Okay, we'll use it. Do I go up here and just fill this gap? Now I can go under it, or I can go here. And then actually this one comes with, I gotta wrap that wire up. This is more like wire handling. Handle one wire. Don't, all right, you want me to make this a little bit more useful a video? Don't, for the love of fucking God and heaven and all of earth, wait till you're done wiring everything to start doing wire organization. That's not how it works. That's not how any of this works. Start cleaning up your wiring